Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin. Welcome to day 2 of our Long Beach Expo new purchases video, and I hope we gave you enough time to go get some popcorn, some refreshments, go back to Costco and load up again on all the good stuff. Let's start out with this 1914 from Denver, Lincoln Cent, one of the toughies in the series. Amongst the hardest Lincoln Cents to get in anything better than very good defined condition, and this one you will see has just a touch of detail there in the wheat stalks, and this is a fine 15 on this guy. This is $280, 280 on that guy. So what you'll see here today is going to be a broad variety of items that I picked up, and a little bit of this, that, and the other. And these coins will all be linked down in the show notes. So if you click on the video description, it'll give you the links. You can also, of course, always just peruse our website. If you look at our website directly, our newest items appear first if you just click on the inventory button. I had to get this coin because I just loved it. There's something about a lovely toned, solid, high-grade Roosevelt dime that I find really attractive. 51S and 67 plus. That is $100 on that guy. It reminds me of the glory days, folks. The glory days. Let's see if I can sort things as I go here so that it's not as much work for the engineer. All right, next up, what do we got here? A 1938S. Mercury dime, lovely little piece. Mostly on your Mercury dimes. They're very easy to find and afford in most of those 1940s dates, and even into the 30s until you get some of the higher grades. This is an MS67. That's $160 on that guy. So very lovely. Generally very lustrous original coin. Here's one that it really intrigued me, and I wasn't sure at first if I liked it or didn't like it. And I'll tell you why. Because you can see it is a little bit dark, but also it has such a broad color palette to it underneath the overall tone here. So you'll see, like, dead center in the palm tree, there's some like purple and fuchsia, and then you've got lots of greens and stuff. And every time I picked the coin up and I looked at it under the light, I felt myself being drawn into it like a moth to the flame. See, and you can see just that overall green tone that it has. And so this is Columbia, South Carolina. This is an MS66 coin, and this I have priced at $295. And once again, you see just a pretty large color palette on this coin overall. It's kind of interesting piece. So I actually picked up quite a few Kamems this weekend, and then I also picked up a number of world coins, and I actually picked up some raw stuff to show to you, so I'm kind of excited to show you just some basic raw world stuff. This 1874 Portugal 5 Reis. Handsome looking piece. I picked this up probably just because when I saw the reverse, I was like, oh, it looks like a V-nickel or a US pattern coin. Portugal's the man. So very cool piece, 1874. Probably a high-end AU, something that I have priced at $88. Next up is something that I have priced at $42, and it is a type of a token, and it's something that I haven't had one in quite a while, and so I'm not as well versed, but it's kind of funny because, it says 6, it's got the big 6, and then it says 6 penny token, which is just kind of fun. So just something that gives you lots of curiosity when you look at it. Speaking of curious, what was I thinking here? circa 1955s, the Bahamas, the Grand Bahama value, 1 shilling and 9 pence. The Grand Bahama Club. Well, I mean, first of all, you got some fine fishies there, but also, yeah, 1 shilling and 9 pence from the Bahamas. I just thought that was kind of fun because it was, I didn't know that these existed. So why not? That is $28 on that guy. We'll do one more piece here. Now, this is actually a cool piece for lots of reasons. So this is a Civil War token, and so it's a store card. Sole agent for the U.S. S. Steinfeld. Kind of funny. Principal Depot, 1863. Principal Depot of the French Cognac Bitters. 70 Nassau Street, New York. Oh, Nassau. So that was just in the Bahamas, right? What a quinky-dink that is. And this I have marked at $50 on that guy. I thought it was kind of a cool token. Let's get back to some certified action. And actually, the next thing up is another commemorative. Once again, what's fun about lots of commemoratives come pretty nice. So you can buy pretty high-end coins for not a lot of money. So this York County is very much as struck. I mean, you look at this and all those little lines in the field. Those are just little dye polish lines. There's just almost no contact to this. And what's interesting about it then is first county in Maine. What's interesting about it is that even though it's contact free, they're not like super flashy looking coins, the York in general, and just how different design affects the overall appearance of a coin. United States of America, $50. Kind of a fun piece here. You've got the original settlement. And then you've got just a little touch of toning all the way around on this coin. This is NGC graded MS67, and it's $350 on that guy. Most of a lot of your commemoratives have mintages of 10,000 and less. It's really remarkable how many of those have really low mintages. I did pick up a few just kind of modern proof coins that were already graded. Just thought this one was kind of fun as a proof 69 red. So that's 170 on that guy. On these you can see just it's how they come with that glossy finish, and you can see why people pay premiums for coins that have any cameo appearance to them. Next up, we got a little sideways on this one, this 1853 half cent. Very cool piece with these big broad rims on them. Of course, it is a little bit sideways. What's interesting to me about half cents is just the way that the word half cent looks like it was supposed to be taller, and then it just kind of got like cut off. Just like shaved off at the top. I always thought that was kind of interesting the way the word half cent looked on these guys. This is an MS63 brown for $3.90. It feels like these are coins that I never really see in uncirculated grades. So it's kind of fun to pick this guy up. It also feels like they're oftentimes a lot more expensive. It feels like it should be a lot more expensive for a coin you never see. Some of you guys go to big shows all the time, and you've got guys who specialize in things, so you're used to seeing certain things. All right, so sometimes I talk about just the originality and the skin on a coin, that combination of luster and just kind of beauty. One of my favorite coins is the Catamount here. The Vermont commemorative. I would never remember that it's Ira Allen on there, by the way. founder of Vermont. Also, little fun fact, it actually has other words on the back. The Battle of Bennington, something else, 1777 to 1927. And so I really like the surface quality on this piece here, 375. MS65, no shame on that grade or that price. Really a lovely, lovely piece. I don't know why I was so attracted to this coin, other than the fact that it has just kind of a fun, funky iridescence to it. And so it was just kind of a hippie coin for me. So if you could find a master of cents out there who loves colored cents, maybe they'd like a coin like this. This guy here is PCGS 66 red, and that is $69 on that guy. The iridescence almost gave it a little bit of a cameo appearance too. So one of my favorite things to collect, I used to buy stuff like this for myself, and unfortunately I have very little of it left, is just the small little German state pieces from the 1700s, sometimes early 1800s, that are a really, really high grade. You know, these things are fun because they're small. It's a Pfennig. This one's cool because it's MS64 Regensburg Pfennig, and it's dated 1776. I got this guy priced at 140. That's a fun coin. 1776. Another thing that's hard for me to pass up on is when I see coins that are just kind of bombastic and in look and in grade. So this MS67 1917 half mark kind of fits the bill for me on that. This is interesting. I mean, this isn't the type of coin you really collect for the pop, but there's a pop of 21 with 2 finer, and it just has a really nice original look to it with a ton of luster. And I have a second Regensburg here. So this one, same grade, MS64, different date, 1774, with the crossed keys. This one I had at 120. Although I will say this one is actually, I think, really shows better than the other one does as far as overall luster goes. So why I price it for less, you may wonder. I was just wondering the same thing. 1954. Ben Franklin $50. Proof 67 cameo. So it's nice to get the cameo effect, that contrast, the black and white on there. Fun coin. This is $300. This is when you start seeing some pretty good price point jumps, when you get the combination of cameo and higher grade. Kind of a lovely little piece here. All right, so this is exactly the type of thing that just my eye is drawn to on so many levels. Basic design, a whole copper, 19th century luster toning. It's just fun. I mean, there's nothing about it but just fun. Holy Coins, Batman, 1888/7, Belgian Congo, MS64 brown. You almost have like a starfish design for the star with all those lines radiating from it. You can see they call this an 8/7. You can see on that last 8, the 7 sticking out of there really, really, really clearly. And then you've got this fun design on the back with the crowns and the L's. The Congo, Leopold II. Belgium and Congo. Very neat piece. So 179 on that guy. God save the Queen. Got me a little annex coin here. Little 4 pence That'd be a groat? Yeah, I believe so. 1708, there's the date split by the crown, the 17 on this side, the 8 on this side. Anna, look at that. Gratia. AU53, and that I have priced it at $175. So this one's kind of fun. This is an 1802 large cent in an old PCGS holder, VF35. So it's like kind of that old green holder, and just a really neat piece. Usually I don't see large cents that are that early that are this nice. So you can see it has a little bit of some like green stuff still inside the devices. The hair is still mostly all there. So just kind of a fun piece. Overall though, the planchet's really, really nice. I would say I'd be pretty tempted to send this in for conservation. This is $1,050 on this guy. So this is a very pricey penny. Something that I don't know. I wasn't sure about getting because it's not the type of thing I have people asking me for. But, you know, it's not like anyone's asking me for this either. I'm going to have to back up here a little bit. Here we go. This thing is a double wide. It's just double wide from Texas. You're welcome. So it's also split right down the center almost all the way, or maybe all the way. I don't know what I'm doing. I bought this. I haven't done any research on it. I paid too much money for it. So, you know, it's the Treasurer of the Republic of Texas to pay the order of, this is a remainder, so it hasn't been signed over here, so many dollars out of any money in the Treasury. Oh, appropriated. Huh. I didn't know that governments did that. For the payment of the military. Houston, controller, first auditor, so it would have been a double signature. The 18's on there. And what's interesting is they actually has a fourth issued the Treasury warrant. So it's a known, I think this is a Criswell number up here, this CR Texas number here. And then the back on the far end has the counterfoil on it, and then has these signatures numbered 1100. That's what that was saying in the amount, 782, 78.2, 30 July 1839. So I'm not sure the name there, and that's probably where the research needs to go. And they mention the those two numbers written on the back, the 1100, 11,100, and the 9365. But pretty wild. Maybe we'll do some more research on that. I paid too much. I paid $450 for this thing, and I feel like it's either worth 10 times that or maybe half of that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. That might not be listed. I don't know. All right. So next up, we've got a Cleveland Rocks PCGS MS66 with the CAC sticker. This is $280 on this guy. And once again, a coin that had this kind of lovely rainbow effect on the tone, not too unlike the coin earlier in the video. But you can see just all of the nice little greens to fuchsias in there. That'll catch the eye. Now I got to go back to some fun raw world stuff because that's how I roll. There's a big eagle. You recognize the fasces. Italy, 1849. Repubblica Romana. 3 Bauchi. 1849. It has a little bit of a rim ding there, but it is $50. Rim ding and all. Pretty cool piece. Another large copper piece. Welcome to the Jersey Shore, y'all. For those of you who didn't know, now you know. This has a lot of everything that I like also. You've got that nice high-end copper coin. States of Jersey, 1888. 1/12 of a shilling. How cool is that? 1/12 of a shilling. And then, of course, we've got Victoria. Lovely piece. That's $89 on that guy. And then you go from that to like just the simpleness of some of these Russian pieces. This is a big, heavy, thick piece with just one big fancy emblem on the front. 2 kopecks, 17.97 on that. This guy I've got at $95. Once again, just a big, heavy piece. You can just see how thick that thing is. Very, very neat. 2 more raw coins, then we'll get back to some graded stuff. Here is 1941 Palestine, 2 mils. Once again, you've got this in 3 languages. So once again, something that I kind of like whenever I see these. I just enjoy coins with multiple languages. This is a very nice original coin. I would call it uncirculated. I've got it priced at $90, and I just thought it was really pretty. The last raw coin until the next raw coin is something that was super cool. Check this guy out here. Prost das Neujahr. Right? So I've never seen one of these guys, and it is some type of German prosperity token. And it has like 2 snakes eating each other on this ring in the background. And then the obverse, it's kind of hard to tell exactly what's going on here. It's got the scene of the sunshine and God's glory coming down, and it is raining down almost like a cornucopia style. Things like swords and jewelry and crowns and portraits of people and fruits, it looks like. Possibly some love, I don't know. So it says, Ach Gott macht treu Wünsche. And so this is, God make wishes true, or God be true to your wishes. So I've never seen one of these tokens. It's from the 1700s, undoubtedly. I have a lot of metals that look similar to this in their style. I've got $115 on that guy. As always, I was trying to find some really just nice, very attractive coins that aren't as expensive. I like to have certain things in inventory. Really super nice, basic. That's kind of an underhanded term nowadays. Unfortunately, I like saying basic. I like being basic. So 1926 MS62, $90 on that guy. Nice for a typeset. Also, just a really attractive piece overall. So that would look really good for anyone who just wants a nice piece dollar and doesn't have a ton of money to spend. Let's not bury the lead, but we already did 1909 S VDB and VF35. So we had that 14D at the beginning of the show. There's the VDB, and you can really key in on, amongst other things, just how much of the wheat stocks are there. How much wheat could a wheat stock if a wheat stock could stock wheat? E pluribus unum. And just a really nice, honest looking coin, nice middle grade. For the key dates on the Morgan series, I am going to continue to push things around here. And I will say knock things down. Almost knocked them down. Old NGC Fatty, MS64, 81S. I just, once again, the type of coin that I get attracted to with the old holder with some really kind of super bright luster, nice toning. Once again, just kind of a nice type coin. I have this guy marked at $90 on that guy. Oh, speaking of toning, looks like I bought some toned coins, but first I got to show you this coin. I bought this coin for basically one reason. First of all, it's stunning, but I didn't even look at the coin. what I saw first was the guy who sent it in to get a grade, he wrote "bite me" on the label. And as soon as I saw that, I had to buy the coin. MS66, he sent it in. He was hoping to get a 7. I think it's a lovely, lovely coin, blast white. 66, nothing wrong with that. I got this priced at 380. It's just really a super, super coin. I think it's great. It's just, I saw the bite me and I had to buy it. I thought it was cool. It just feels like it's a lot nicer than some of the coins that you see in 65. So I think that was probably his idea when he saw it. And it's got a super clean cheek, beautiful finish to it. You've got a little bit of contact marks in the field. So anyways, the bite me coin, good times. Oh man, forgot about this little guy. So Grant came Grant and Grant with stars. There's only a few gold coins that the US Mint produced in the early commemorative issues. And this is the one with the star. So there's a star above his name. And they made, I think, 5,016 of both types. And this coin is pretty interesting to me because it actually has a little bit of toning to it, which is unusual on a gold coin. And I just thought it was kind of cool looking. So plenty of luster under there, of course. MS66 Grant with star. This is, I believe we got this priced at $2,200, $2,250 actually. As the crow flies, I just want to show you all of the die polish on this sucker. So they are going to be swirly lines, just all over the field, between the word United and the back of his head. And then there's a whole bunch more. You can see him picking up there actually. There's a whole bunch more down throughout basically the entire coin, the obverse of the coin especially. There's just rolling lines all over that coin. It's all die polish. Kind of fun piece. All right. I said I had some toners. So I don't really seek toners, but there's some that I find that I just think are cool. And, I tend to try to keep toners less than 1,000 and preferably less than 500 for myself as far as it goes when I'm out there shopping. This 1897 is, it's a MS63 coin, but it has, some people call this tape toning or tab toning. So basically, this was probably, in my opinion, inside of a card of some kind, like a Happy New Year card or something, where it would go behind a line and be held in a little pouch. And so where the cardboard sat, it actually prevented the toning. Likewise, this side of the coin would have been against the card and didn't get toned, but the parts that were exposed to the oxygen got toned. And so I find that to be kind of a fun piece. Just a cool style. This we've got marked at $425. Similarly, here's a coin that I just really liked the overall look of. Another coin that's only MS63, a 78S. But also just really liked the look. And so sometimes that's it. You like what you like. Once again, this is a coin that has a little bit of a white flat look at a certain angle, but then at other angles you really get a pretty broad variety of color, including down by the arrows. You get into this, purples and fuchsias. I don't even know what fuchsia is. I'm a guy. But there's definitely something in there that looks like what I would call purple. That one we had marked at $395. And then this guy here, really MS63. This one, so the funny thing on this compared to the other ones is you can understand the grade being MS63. The other coins had kind of contact marks on both sides. So on this one, though, it's really mostly on the obverse. And the reverse is nice. I mean, the reverse is relatively mark-free with some pretty toning. I've got that marked at 475 on that guy. And it's just kind of cool. And I think we're at the end of the show, guys, although I've got one last thing to show to you. I was pretty excited to pick up this Brian Dollar. So guy ran for office 3 times, didn't get elected. If this doesn't sell, I'll probably send it in. And his whole thing was on the monetary policy. So it is flat on one side, But I will say that this is, I think this would grade uncirculated based on the surface quality. You can kind of see, even though it's uniface, just kind of how nice that metal is. That is similar to looking at and trying to understand like a 2.5 or 5 Indian. What is that surface quality supposed to look like on the background here on this? So let's see what these guys are. So a government dollar contains 412.5 grains of coin silver at 900 fine. This piece contains 823 grains coin silver in value, the equivalent of $1 gold, September 16th, 1896. And this one's fun because this is manufactured by Gorham Manufacturing. So Gorham, very well known for making all types of silverware and products. But of course, here we are also making something for a campaign. So, you know, his argument was basically, this is what your dollar is, but this is how much silver is in a dollar gold. And so it was an inflationary argument saying this needs to be how much our dollars should be. So making the point. All right, guys. Oh, this is $400, and it's just kind of fun. Thanks so much for watching today. I'm Ben the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the owl button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.